All right. Good morning, guys. Abigail Klutz here from Olathe, Kansas. And I was just looking at myself. I'm feeling on point today. Is anybody feeling on point? Okay, yeah, don't shy away from that if you are. But I did realize I put in two different earrings. So I may not be as on point as I feel, but that's okay. It's all about feeling on point. I'm just going to leave that in and I'm going to own it. So, all right, last night, who took their Signal OS and Keto Calm? Okay, just curious. All right, in the chats over there, give me a 1 if you had incredible sleep. Okay. Give me a 2 if you did not. Awesome. Awesome. Maybe it's just me then. I have a lot of things on my mind and a lot of things on my plate. And I think I was just so excited. This is so dumb. I was just so excited to get up today and start because I know the feelings that come as you get more into that deeper fat burning zone. So listen, if you did not get a keto reboot kit, what I want to say is don't let that stop you from doing this with us. You got ketones, you got water, you can go to the store, you can get some bone broth. All right, you're good. Jump on the ship. Let's go there together. Okay, it's going to be a great 60-hour reboot and you can join in. And next time you'll have your kit. So I don't want anybody to feel left behind. This morning, just getting straight to the point with business life. All right. So before we really get into the content I want to bring you today to get your mind right, I do want you to make sure you go to the Facebook page. All right. Unless you are driving, this is just your friendly reminder. Let's go to the Prove It page and like, comment, and share. Okay. And you know you've got your pulses coming. All right, Brian's in New York. That looks amazing. You've got your pulses coming. You're going to set your alarms and get with it. I think I'll make those keto lime cream fat bombs ready and waiting for me for Wednesday. Those look good. So this morning I did a live video on training, on workouts, because what I want for everyone is to get maximum results out of this. And I told an analogy about a refrigerator and a freezer and how that applies to carbs and what we're doing during this reboot and what we would do. You know, it's important to be moving day one. It's important to move. It's important to, you know, I gave some at-home workouts. If you're not a gym goer, then Google at-home workouts, like tons that come up. But what we want to do is we want to move our body and have our body be burning through those carbs and sugars and just getting them out of what I call the fridge. So then we can tap deep into the freezer and start going for the fat burning energy. Okay. So that's why, you know, if you're thinking today, oh, I just don't know, I'm not eating, and you've never done this before, beautiful. It's going to be more effective and you can do it. And you're going to actually probably feel better because you're moving. And that could just be a brisk walk for you, but you know, it will also help you release endorphins, and endorphins make us happy. We don't kill people when we're happy. That's Legally Blonde. But it will make you, you know, more energized. So if you're starting to feel yourself, you know, kind of go like move, all right, start moving, start releasing endorphins. So as we're starting today, I have been reading an unbelievably incredible book. And some of you who know me best know it's way too much my personality type and it's going to blow out my yellows, but that's okay. I'm just reading it. It's like the book I don't need to read, and that's probably why I'm loving it so much. But it is called Relentless, and it's written by Tim S. Grover. And this guy was the coach. He was like the trainer He was the guy you went to as an athlete to get the job done mentally. Okay. He put people through very aggressive stuff on a physical level, but mentally, this was the go-to. And so he talks about, working with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and some of these guys. And he calls them closers, cleaners. He calls them cleaners. Okay. And I want to read you a list and take some notes. And and I can't cross all these off. I certainly can't cross all these off, but it's given me things to absolutely think about. Okay. So you are a cleaner if, and I really want you to think about each point. So whatever you're doing, just give me a stop and really go there with me mentally right now. Okay. You are a cleaner if you keep pushing yourself harder when everyone else has had enough. Okay? Think about that. Think about yourself. Think about what you want to be. Write something down if it's not you and it's something that you want to work towards. Okay, so he doesn't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because he thinks if you get to 7, people will think it's not equal to 1. So it's number 1, number 1, number 1, number 1. Okay, but for the purpose, I'm going to go number 2. You get in the zone, you shut out everything else, and control the uncontrollable. I can tell you right now, this is something that during this 60-hour reboot, I've already identified that I am going to work on it. And here's how this relates. When things happen in your business, when people come at you with negativity or they want to tear you down, when things happen in your family that just break your heart or in your life, okay? There is a time and place and a shield that these cleaners can put up and stay in the zone and not let external issues affect them when they are going to win. And in this book, they talked about how Michael Jordan was the greatest at that, even in the death of his father, scandals that were going on. They had never seen an athlete with the aptitude to be able to step on the court and not let external stressors derail them from their game. Cleaners can do that. And it's something I really admire. And there's a time and place for everything. There's a time for joy. There's a time for sorrow. There's a time for grieving. But there's a time for hard work. And if I let external factors this past year keep me from sometimes getting in the zone and working, then I'd be a way bigger stress mess as I would be financially in a place that was causing more stress. Okay, so we can compartmentalize, we can separate things, and we can give the attention to those matters in due time. But I want to ask you during your day, do you have a time block set? And can you go in that zone and shut out the external factors? Can you get yourself hyped up to go have the conversation? What do you know about ketones and ketosis with great energy so that when you're coming at people, they can feel that good energy and not the negativity that you're carrying from external factors in your life. So it's something to definitely strive for. And I love that we know the highest caliber of athletes can do that. Number 3, you know exactly who you are. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not. This has been the challenge of my life. Has anyone ever seen the movie with Julia Roberts and they're like, how do you like your eggs? And she has no idea how she likes her eggs, sunny side up, scrambled, like, I'm going to be honest. That's me. I am a preacher's daughter, middle child. I'll be whatever you need me to be, people pleaser type person. And I have always been challenged with finding my identity. I've been a cowgirl. I've been a gangsta. I've been a hippie. Like, that's okay, because now I know that was all me. That's kind of who I am. But who are you? And I think that's important when you go on your social media. That's what I'm finding. That's what I'm studying. So we talked about this in the last Zoom, and Katie Rollins talks about this, but think about 3 or 4 things that are you. And if I went to your Facebook page today, I would know who you are, because we all have the same unbelievable technology and product to work with. But when people are looking, what is it that's going to make them want to come ask you? Okay, so who are you? What are you putting out there? And don't try and please everyone. You don't want to work with those people who don't want to work with you anyway. So instead of casting this general wide net where we're not sure what you're about, go into the specifics of who you are. And that will have a higher attraction rate if you'll put that out there. You're not intimidated by pressure. You thrive on it. Number 4. Right now, I need some envy. Just going to say it. I need some envy. I need to get that envy. Need to get that share pool. I have some people that I need to get to 6 because it's going to fuel the both of us, and it's going to be a big old party because they've been working so hard and they want it so bad. And I think about them every night. I put my head down to go to sleep. Like, we've got to get them to 6. All right? That's how I feel about it. And some of you, you've got big goals. And I want to see you go there, because once you go there, you're going to be so much more excited about helping other people go there. Okay? Some of you need to turn the pressure on. Turn it up a little bit. Make it like, who is it? Who needs to get there? Do you feel that pressure to help them? Are you checking in? Are you there for the calls they need? Are you there for the connections that they need? Are you the yes person to the Zoom they need? I can't pull people. I can't ask them to connect me. I can't ask them. I mean, they've got to show up for you, but when they show up, are you there? Who is it? Who are you locked in with trying to meet their goals with pressure every day? When everyone is hitting the in case of emergency button, they're all looking at you. I'm surrounded by some great people in this organization. And I am committed to maturing in this area, because freaking out over problems when it seems like it's the whole world, but for you, it's the whole world, it's not for everyone else. It's emotional maturity to sit with it, take some deep breaths, maybe seek some counsel, and just go at it with some composure. All right? You don't compete with anyone. I like this. You don't compete with anyone, but you find your opponent's weakness and you attack. That sounds really bad. I really like it, but some of you may think, ooh, that sounds bad. I don't know. I won't go into that because it'll really reveal kind of a lion that I don't need to put out there. I think you know. So you make decisions, not suggestions. You know the answer while everyone else is still asking questions. And maybe you're not to that place in your business, but sometimes I just try and pull the trigger quickly when I feel like I have all the pieces of information, because I know in leadership, where there is no vision, the people perish. And sometimes it's wrong, but I'd rather get in there and pull it than to create kind of a state of anxiety or a state of fear. In your life, the same way. Like sometimes we just hang out in limbo too long, and indecisions take up a lot of stress and a lot of space in our minds sometimes when they're just lingering and hanging out there. I know if I can get some decisions made on some things, then it frees up my mindset to really do my job better. So I really want to hit this point. During your 60-hour reboot, I want to ask you, what are some areas in your life that you're not making some decisions on? What are some areas in your life that you're procrastinating with? Because I promise you, it's taking up mental space and energy that you could pour in to either your marriage or as a parent or into your business. When I think about this 60-hour reboot, I think about cleansing out the crap in my mind. I think about cleansing out the garbage and crap in my body. That I know we're all going to be doing that. But I think about that, and it's not just physical. It's not just, it's mental. I feel like the reboot can absolutely relate on a mental level if you'll give it that. You don't have to love the work, but you're addicted to the results. I think this is huge because I've seen so many people come into this business and on a hard day, they're like, it's just not for me. I just don't love it every day. You know what? Growing up playing basketball, do you think I liked my dad locking me out of the house every day and not letting me in until I completed my routine of making 300 shots and 100 free throws? Do you know, I had to do that in 20-degree weather. Like, yes, I was Indianapolis and most of the men and coaches were abusive, but listen, I didn't love it. In fact, some days I hated it. But when I was on the court in high school, have 30-point games and getting offers for college and scholarships, I was really glad that my dad taught me to stick in something even if it didn't feel good, and even if it was tedious, and even if it was hard work. That's what cleaners do. On the days it's hard, they don't back down. They don't think they have to love everything, but they're addicted to the results. And I was addicted to playing great games. I was addicted to the wins my team had. I was addicted to the results that came from success. It's not fun every day to wake up and get told no. It's not fun to be proactive and sometimes planning a schedule where you're committed to mixers and you're not going to stray from that. It's not always fun leaving my baby and traveling, but the end result of bringing together a tribe and creating closer relationships, I crave that. I crave that end result. All right. So I want to ask you, what is it that you've stopped doing because you thought it was supposed to be something you were in love with and 110% on fire with every day? That's not real. That's not real life. No, there's a lot of people going to a job at 4 a.m. in the morning, not getting off at 5. They hate their job, but they're addicted to taking their family out on Sunday with that paycheck. They're addicted to giving their children a school education. Okay? But what is it that you let yourself off the hook for because it wasn't amazingly feeling every day? It's not real. Okay? You don't recognize failure. You know there's more than one way to get what you want done. I love failure. I love failure. I mean, I'm just going to say that until I believe it. I do. I love falling forward. All right? Gosh, I have failed so much in my team, as a leader, as a prover, as a prospector. I have done some incredibly failing things, and I have learned oh so good from them. And I am maturing every day, and I am getting better at this game. Okay? Be addicted to putting yourself out there in the risk that you'll fail and you'll be able to learn more from it. You don't celebrate your achievements because you always want more. I think that's kind of a personality thing. I have trouble celebrating any type of achievement. And I think that says that I am addicted to the journey. I can really relate to this one. But it's important. It is important to celebrate things. I know it is, but you always want more. Like I'm not happy. I'm not happy at a 9, but you know what? I won't be happy at a legend. Those levels aren't my happiness, but I'm happy. I'm happy fighting for it. Like I love the fight, I love the daily grind. I love getting to point A and then I got to get to point B and then C. Like that's what I love, and seeing the people do that, like that's it for me. All right. So even if you think you got there, I know, I remember Nate Justice hit 8. Next day he was like, yeah, it was good for 5 minutes. We got more people to help. Like, we got more things to do. Like, yeah, celebrate. We made a live video, good job, Anna. Like you guys are awesome. And that was it. That was it. It was time to get back to work because I know his heart is for his team and people also getting there. Don't you love this job? You climb up to the top and then you're like, oh my gosh, I got to bring them. I got to bring them. I got to bring them. They got to see this view up here. Like, how fun is that we get to wake up and do that every day? Okay. So there's your Monday mental mindset. I'd encourage you to read this book because it is blowing my world right now. But here's what I want to give you, just a little piece of advice for rocking out your business. Okay. Get ready to get in a car, drive to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Why? Because I got a mixer planned there in 3 weeks, and with Miss Selena and Marty, and she got us a little booth to work tonight. So we're priming the market before we go do a mixer. So, a little piece of advice. First of all, like, where's the local community that you're going to start stuff up in? All right. Where is it what do you have on your calendar? Okay. Because I know we got mixers there in 2 weeks, we wanted to get there this week and try and see how many people we could get on a 10-day experience to invite there in 2 weeks. All right. So always planning in to an event. Flyers are almost done. I'll pulse out those events. Be checking on your Facebook for people in the area. Hey, do you know anyone in Dallas? Hey, do you know anyone in Tulsa? Hey, do you know anyone? I think Brian James was just in Denver. Do you know anyone in Denver? Let me know. So this reboot, tell a story, guys. Tell a story. Get out there and tell a story. All right. This is something we talked about a lot this weekend when we were in Louisiana together. But I'm telling you, like, I've been getting more people contacting me in this past week than I have for 3 years. And I'm just pretending like I'm in that, I think it's like the Truman Show. I don't know, where he wakes up every day. Like, I'm not showing myself go to the bathroom, but I'm just trying. It's not a highlight reel. It's just like the way the day goes. Like, it's the lifestyle. And the more I show up with consistency, the more it really is. It's like really working. This stuff about social media, we're all learning together. It really works. So, think about it. Here's what I do. I use my storyline on Instagram, and then kind of when I get a free time during the day, I go re-put that same pieces of stories into the Messenger storyline. Okay. And maybe we can have just kind of a Zoom training on this. I don't know how to hook up my phone, but I get it in a Messenger storyline, and then I get it in an IG storyline, and just, showing your keto cream. For the reboot, talk about it. Talk about how you feel. Give them the pieces of your day that take them through. Remember, we ain't selling nothing. And what do we say about selling? Nobody wants to be sold. We're storytellers. So tell a story. Still, are you going live? Are you being real? Are you drawing in an audience every day? The goal for me is to wake up and do my DMO where I start conversations with people. No, I'm not going straight at total strangers saying, what do you know about ketosis? No, I don't do that. I don't like it. I am starting conversations with people I find attractive and engaging, maybe one of influence, and I'm just saying, oh my gosh, love that video you posted. And I go through and I private message something that relates to them, something that I was attracted to, or something that was, edifying. And then I'm making my story. And so anybody that I have messaged first thing in the morning, and that's why it's important to get your DMO done in the morning. Anybody that I reached out to in message, I'm going to be in their storyline. That's why it's so important to start those conversations as your DMO. You don't have to go in and be a slobbering dog. They're going to eventually see that if you continue to just give them a few messages, like and comment on their stuff, they're going to end up seeing your stuff. Okay. And then at some point, if you get that way in the conversation, then yes, you can ask for it if you felt comfortable and you've built that rapport. But more often than not, I'm having people start asking me because I'm being consistent with sharing the story of my day. So such a huge opportunity right now with the reboot, because this isn't something people do every day. They don't just not eat for 60 hours. So people are going to watch you. They're going to try and figure out what you're doing. And I want you to tell a story. Good, bad, ugly, awesome. Like just, hey, I was doing my laundry, you know. Here's what I also want you to be cognizant of, and then we're done. I want you to be aware of your emotions and your thoughts right now, because one of the greatest aspects of, and I try not to say fasting because we're rebooting, one of the greatest aspects of rebooting is that when the hunger hits, things get heightened. When you don't have food, your body is breaking down, working, digesting. This morning, I literally was sitting in my car and my daughter was taking forever to get in the car so I could get her to school, because I'm constantly in shame about being that mom who delivers the kid late, because I do it sometimes. So I'm like, I'm ready. Come on, Char. Come on, Char. And you know, I noticed how my tone was with her. I just took a deep breath and I thought to myself, you know, I feel frustrated right now. I feel irritable right now, but I am the master. My brain is stronger than my reactions based on my emotions. Right now, what you're doing is you're saying my mental state is stronger and better than my appetite. My brain has more power than my need to go like this and put something in my mouth right now for 60 hours. And because I will succeed in this 60-hour reboot, I will also have control over my emotions and my reactions with people throughout the day. I lately have identified a little bit of a spirit of anger in me, and but I have never really struggled with anger in my life. And I just keep feeling my heart rate go up. I keep feeling like almost like you're going to say you're going to be scared, but like kind of this raging sometimes. And I just am getting angry easier and I feel tense. And so every time that feeling becomes present to me, I'm going to identify it, because you're going to be more in tune with your emotions and senses. And I just have this little book I'm leaning on right now. It's called The Secret Power of Speaking God's Word. And I've just found some basic scriptures on anger, and I'm just battling it when it comes. I'm taking those thoughts captive and that high sensitivity because of the reboot, and I'm identifying I'm feeling anger right now. All right, I'm going to mentally reprogram that. I am not angry right now. Here is what this story is. Okay, maybe carry a journal with you over the next 60 hours and be mindful of writing down emotions you're feeling, and then go get tools to combat that with. All right, we're all about personal development here at Prove It. So think about too those things you want to do when you want to put something in your mouth. For me, I am going through the customers in the next 60 hours. That's it. When I feel hungry, I have something lined up in my business that I'm going to have my hands be doing, and that is going to be texting customers that have that green badge in the back office. It's tedious, I procrastinate, I avoid it, and they need to move to purple or yellow for me. That's how I feel. So, and there are so many. I'm not told about 22% off or SmartShip. I don't want to see any more green badges in my back office. All right. And that's what I am going to be doing when I get hungry as well in my business. So, all right, I was long-winded today, just by 10 minutes probably, but I hope you got a lot out of this. I hope you're fired up. I hope you feel mentally strong and ready to just conquer the week. And Celine, I'll see you soon. And we will, don't forget, Wednesday, we've got big tribe here. And I hope it'll be good. It'll be good. Of course it will be good. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.